As markets shift and budgets contract and workloads expand and the world continues to grapple with a global pandemic and a reckoning on race, how are you prioritizing your team's goals and expectations in planning for 2021?
I start with the end in mind. What does success look like? Who's involved in it? How will I know when I achieve that success point? How will others know? Because it's very important when you are an internal support function to be able to demonstrate those successes. So when you have that framework, I then look at what pain can we tolerate? What I mean is, what hiring changes do we need to make? What cost cutting do we need to have? Think about it over a time frame. There's near, mid, and long term. It's the balance of that risk and reward.
Within the framework that you've described, how is it acutely different, or what is heightened in an uncertain climate like we're in now?
People. The people element of this is so much bigger now.
What types of employees have really been standouts to you in this environment? What are the kinds of things they've done? What types of characteristics have they exhibited that have really differentiated them as part of a member of your team?
Agility, agility, agility. We had a crisis and we pulled together the crisis management team, and we had some folks who just said, put me in, coach, whatever you need me to do. I also think that's how you grow a career. Find a problem that is not being addressed, no matter where it is, address it, bring it forward, and then move on.
I want to ask for a parting message from you, Nancy. Either something that we haven't had a chance to touch on that you want to make sure is part of this conversation before we wrap up, or something we just briefly touched on that you want to underscore or clarify.
We can't have a conversation about setting goals and prioritization and living through a crisis without recognizing and talking about the need for grit. You have to sit down and have what my Nana used to call stick-to-itiveness. It's really about making sure that you are in it for the long time, that you're pursuing it with passion and dedication and focus and perseverance.
So with that, Nancy, thank you for giving this interview opportunity to me. It's just a pleasure to be with you again.
So good to see you again. And I look forward to that next conversation.
Me too. And I want to thank Axiom for hosting today's conversation.